Basically what we're going to do is we're going to progress deeper and deeper into like the full side control positions and just go through how are we going to respond at every stage. Right? So there are two sources of control that your opponent is going to be attempting to dominate the concealed position. One is sort of your shoulder girdle, your neck, which is like the upper body cross-face style control. And the other is your hips. Right? So if somebody moves past your legs and starts going for your neck, this is where you want to be. But if somebody starts trying to isolate your hips, so drop down here. Some guys do that like double overs, wrestler style pass. So move down to my hips. So yeah, exactly. And you're going, oh man, you're trying to get away. It can't really be done. It's not a good way to deal with it. So if it's upper body control, it's upper body control, I want to be here. If it's hip control, I always want to be up on my elbow. You can't really get away with this. There is not enough hip mobility. Like I can try to push and hip escape, but he's able to keep my feet off the mat now, so I won't be able to continue. Yeah, he'll just melt. So when he's at my hips, I always want to build my base this way, or even just sitting up like this. It seems like kind of a weird thing to do, but I'm in base, and his base is actually, to a certain degree, compromised, so I can actually start like driving him in different directions. Right? So just be aware that if your opponent, while you're like blocking him out here, if he just goes, screw it, let me go back to his hips, don't stay flat on your back. Anytime somebody goes back to your hips, we go to our elbow on this side, or we go to both hands, we go to our elbow on this side, some version of getting into base with your arms. Right, so that's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to be blocking here. Your partner's going to go back to controlling your hips like this. Or, what some guys do, come back up, is they cut this hip to the mat. They go, and some people call this like judo side control, or some people call it incorrectly, in case it didn't me, but whatever. It's sitting to your hip. It's very, very common, especially with, again, judo players, wrestlers, guys who, when you're starting to move your hips away, they just block your hip with their hip. Right? And now, if I start hip escaping, I stay heavy, stay control, this is no longer the answer. So the movement we were doing before no longer exists. The problem is the same as the one we were just illustrating, which is it's no longer an issue of upper body control. Now it's an issue of lower body or hip control. This hand sticks out, and I build my base. Right? So it doesn't matter which one your partner uses, change them up. But we'll start here. Your partner, let's say he cuts his hip. That would be like the quick, easy way of dealing with that. Or he moves back down to my hips with both hands. And I would just sit up either on my elbow or on my hand. I'm just trying to keep my feet in base. So come around, everybody who can't see what's going on here. Come around to this side. I'm trying to get my feet in the base. I don't just stay like this. I'm trying to go like this. And now I can set a frame, move my hips back, and reset. So the concept is the same. I'm framing and I'm hip escaping. Initially, I was framing here, I was hip escaping, I was recomposing my knee-elbow connection. Here, I'm framing, I'm hip escaping, I'm recomposing my knee-elbow connection. Or I'm framing, grabbing the lat, backing my hips back. It's always the same thing. If he's gripping my hip, I get into base, create a frame, escape my hips, recompose my guard. If he cuts his hips to the mat, frame, get into base, hip escape, recompose my knee-elbow connection. The concept is the same, the movements are slightly different, but you just need to know how to respond at the time to the different elements of control. Does anybody need to see those again? It's okay if you do. Anybody? No, we're good. Let's give it a try.